for Thursday, October 20th, 2005. You're watching Channel 11 News. Good evening and welcome to Channel 11 News. I'm Rachel Regalado.
And I'm Josh Egbert. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hundreds were evacuated from the Laurie Student Center today, not once, but twice. Two separate fire alarms prompted the evacuation of the Laurie Student Center today. Firefighters responded to the first alarm just before noon when a smoke detector in the lower level of the LSC went off. Fire officials say the smoke detector was likely set off by dust. The smoke detector was replaced, but by 3 this afternoon, firefighters were back, this time responding to a smoke alarm set off by heat in one of the food court kitchens. Firefighters weren't sure if they were dealing with a malicious false alarm.
It is a big deal. It's okay if it's false. That's what the system is designed to do. That's what we're here for. That's our job. We're here to come here and make sure the building's safe. But if it is malicious, you are putting a lot of people in danger or just inconveniencing their day.
Poudre Valley Fire Department has the same response to every automatic alarm set off in the area.
Election Day is November 1st, but many people are taking advantage of the opportunity to vote early. From now until October 28th, you can go to any voting site, including the one here at CSU, to vote early. If you cannot make it to any of the sites, you can fill out an absentee ballot and drop it off. A number of people have already voted early, and election officials say it is easy as can be.
Well, it's more convenient if you can fit it into your schedule when it's convenient for you and not at wait till election day when you would have to wait in line and it'd take a long time. So now's the time to come.
For a complete list of voting locations, visit the Larimer County website at larimer.org/elections.
A city ordinance that limits the number of people who can live together is closer to becoming a law. City Council approved the first reading of the ordinance Tuesday evening. If passed, one family and one additional unrelated person can live in a single property, or two unrelated adults with their dependents and one additional unrelated person can live in a property. The new rule changes the penalty for violating the law from a criminal offense, to a civil offense. The ordinance calls for all landlords to register with the city.
Neighbor or they've had a complaint about that home, they can look it up, contact the owner and let them know, we've had some complaints on your residence, could you please take care of XYZ? And then that owner can then talk to Joe Citizen himself.
On the first reading, the ordinance passed unanimously. The second reading is scheduled for November 15th. If passed, the change will begin January 1st, 2007. We'll stay tuned to Channel 11. We'll tell you what Mother Nature has in store for the border war this weekend.
And still coming up, the hurricane fury continues with Wilma fast approaching Florida. Stay with us.
11 News with Rachel Regalado, Josh Egbert, Todd Metcalf, Sports, and Emily Rogers, Entertainment. This is Channel 11 News.
Hello, I'm Dexter Yarbrough, Chief of Police of the Colorado State University Police Department. The CSUPD is a full-service law enforcement agency devoted to the welfare of the university community. We work hand-in-hand with our students, faculty, and staff to promote the educational and occupational experiences of all. For further information, feel free to contact us at 491-6425. And also, we're located here on campus in Green Hall. Thank you.
The verdict regarding the future of the Sigma Pi fraternity house that Samantha Speedy's body was found in was released earlier.
6 people were arrested in conjunction with this weekend's riots. 3 CSU students were arrested for Friday night's riot.
This week, wildfires ravaged Larimer County. Police caused firefighters to work around the clock to get to the street.
The Career Center, located in Ammons Hall on campus, is your best source for job search assistance, offering services ranging from employer information sessions to on-campus interviews. The Career Center will work with you to find the job of your dreams. Helping every level of student, the Career Center has resources including a new cyber cafe, individualized career counseling, resume advice, internship assistance, and interview skill training, all to get you on the right job path. Start finding the job you want right now. Visit the Career Center, located in Ammons Hall on the CSU Oval.
Today we experience some early morning fog and chilly temperatures in the 60s. The clouds will stay with us moving into tonight. Expect a slight chance of rain after midnight. Friday will be mostly cloudy with a high around 55 and more rain. It will clear up Friday night with a low around 38. Some clouds will appear on Saturday and the high will only reach 57 for the big game. Sunday and Monday will be mostly clear with some sun and highs in the low 60s.
Well, weather here in Fort Collins is nothing compared to what hurricane-affected regions are feeling. Hurricane Wilma is churning off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula tonight with winds up to 145 miles per hour. 500,000 Cubans are evacuating their homes in preparation. Wilma is estimated to hit Florida Sunday night or early Monday morning. Channel 11 talked with Erica Beebe, a former CSU student living in Key West, Florida, on the phone this afternoon about the effects the hurricane could have on her life.
It's early to tell where it's really going to be hitting, so everyone's kind of just making assumptions and guessing, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So,
although the storm is heading towards Cuba tonight as a Category 4, it may calm down before hitting Florida. Beebe explained that she and her family have already evacuated to Orlando.
Security is being beefed up before this weekend's border war in order to prevent a repeat of last year's vandalism. Last year, vandals sprayed Sunny Lubick Field with potent weed killer, forming a giant U and W on the 25 and 50-yard lines, as well as adding YW to the end of the word Colorado. The athletic department and CSU Police Department are taking extra precautions to make sure vandalism will not be a problem this year.
To prevent that from happening again. When they renovated the stadium, they actually installed security cameras that are wired to CSU Police Department headquarters. And to add to that this week, because we did obviously not want to repeat, we have 24-hour round-the-clock security personnel stationed at the stadium.
Ozella says that the vandals will be punished if caught defacing CSU property.
Well, the problems of pollution and global warming are putting CSU on the map. Mechanical engineering students at the Engines and Energy Conversion Laboratory are working with the largest engine in the world to find ways to clean filthy, health hazardous air.
Albert Einstein said that you can't solve a problem with the same level of ignorance that created it.
Dr. Brian Wilson, director of the Engines and Energy Conversion Laboratory here at CSU, isn't saying he is Einstein, but he is trying to find an equation to decrease pollution around the world.
One of the largest sources of greenhouse gases is electric power generation. If we can do that more efficiently, then we create fewer greenhouse gases for the same amount of electricity.
CSU is on the cutting edge of technology, being the only university in the nation to work with a large engine. The Caterpillar was donated by Caterpillar Incorporated and Woodward Governor, a company here in Fort Collins.
CSU is the only university in the country, really in the world, that can work on engines of this size.
With the help of the engine, researchers and students are exploring a clean burning power source that would help eliminate pollution in third world countries.
From a clean standpoint, indoor air quality is, I think, the leading cause of death among children under 6 globally, and I believe the second leading cause of death for women globally.
Finding a clean burning power source is important, especially for countries like the Philippines, where millions of these cars are used every day. A car this small can emit as much gas as 50 cars in the U.S. According to the staff, students are the fuel that drives the research center. They say without their knowledge and hard work, the advancements in technology wouldn't have been made.
One of the cool things about being at the university is we have access to this vast, untapped resource of student innovation.
Well, the research into distributed power engines is also being used to help provide backup power for local school and hospitals located in neighborhoods. And Todd now joins us with sports. So Todd, the game is so big this weekend that they're bringing in extra security, but what can we look forward to play-wise?
Well, as we know, this weekend is a border war between CSU and Wyoming, and we come back. Doug Starkey will have the story. Doug.
Thanks, Todd. Coming up, I'll take a look at CSU's preparations for the border war and whether or not the Browns boot will stay in Fort Collins. Stay tuned.
I do it in the car.
I do it in the shower.
I do it at the rec center.
We do it in the library.
I do it at work. I'll do it anywhere.
I do it all day long.
90.5 KCSU. Everybody's doing it.
How may I help you?
Place it, find it, buy it, sell it, rent it. All this and more with the Rocky Mountain Collegian Classifieds, as low as $4.50 a day. Call 491-1686, 491-1686.
Tune in tomorrow night for Full Court Press as we analyze what happened and why with your sports at the top of the hour. Then at the half hour, catch backyard videos for all of your music. Tomorrow night on your student-run Channel 11, weeknights 8 to midnight.
The swimming and diving team just ended their meet at Moby Arena tonight. Head coach John Matos and his team are ranked 5th in the Mountain West Conference, where the team went head-to-head with conference rival number 4 TCU. This weekend, the Rams will host yet another meet, both on Friday and Saturday. 6 teams from around Colorado, including TCU, will compete in this year's Early Bird Invitational at Adora Pool and Ice Center. This Saturday, Wyoming and CSU will face off at Hughes Stadium for the 95th time in the team's history. When looking at the record books, the Rams have a tendency to win this battle when at home. So with being just short of a sellout, what can we expect from the Rams this weekend? Dealing Doug Starkey has the answer.
Due to heavy rains earlier in the week, the Colorado State Rams were forced to practice inside. However, despite the wet weather, CSU maintains their focus on the border war with Wyoming.
That's what we're doing this week, is just a lot of focusing on us, focusing on what we do best, and we're going to come out and we're going to run the ball this game.
All about matchups and putting the right people against the right people, and I think that's going to be important for us. And if we can hopefully utilize some matchups, I think I like our chances.
After giving up over 250 rushing yards against BYU, head coach Sonny Lubick believes the Rams' rush defense will be a key factor on Saturday.
We've got to really gear up and see if we can stop the run, because the same old story, you can't do them. It's hard to stop them both.
After last year's 30-7 victory over the Cowboys, the Rams look to continue their 3 home game winning streak, keep the Bronze Boot in Fort Collins. For Channel 11 Sports, I'm Doug Starkey.
The series between the Cowboys and the Rams is almost dead even, with Wyoming ahead by 50 games to 39. The game will air on ESPN Classic, if you even get that channel, so if you, like myself, do not, tune in as always to AM 600 KCOL for live coverage of the game. Now, staying with the topic, if you don't know, this weekend's football game is not only about pride and bragging rights for the rest of the year, it's about the boot. Photographer Kevin Tappan takes us on an inside look.
It's gonna stay here, baby, it's gonna stay here.
The boot is in its trophy case. We'll bring it down for the game and then put it back up in the trophy case.
Seniors, everyone's got to step up, and I think everyone is excited. It's especially important to me because, I know a lot of the guys over there. I played a lot of the guys. I mean, their whole defensive front I played against in high school.
This week, I think we just have to focus in more and just get down to business.
Hopefully, if we come out and play our game, hopefully we'll be able to keep it in our possession.
The plan is to keep the boot. That's what Sonny told us.
It's a border war. There's fans are going to be down there trying to fill the stadium as much as ours, so it's going to be a great atmosphere. We've been getting kind of sick of everybody talking about, Wyoming. They won one bowl game, Congratulations, CSU's been to, how many since the last time they went to one.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
It's here to stay, baby. There it is.
Wyoming is just ahead of the Rams in the series for the boot, 19-14. Now Ram volleyball heads south for the winter for a 4-match road trip and in dire need of improving their 3-3 road record as they reach the second half of their season. The team will face conference rivals Air Force, New Mexico, and Texas Christian University within the next week before finally heading up to Wyoming to close out the road trip. These matches may prove to be invaluable because the Rams will have an excellent opportunity to regain some of their confidence on the road. The Rams' opponents have a combined record of only 5-25. The long week ahead for the Rams will begin with play against 0-8 Air Force Falcons on Friday, then New Mexico on Saturday. Both games will start at 7 p.m. Tune in next Tuesday where we will take a look at both TCU and Wyoming matches. Now it's time now for us to take a look at the upcoming events for CSU Club Sports. The games will begin on Friday with baseball playing the University of Northern Colorado and women's soccer hosting Denver University at 2 o'clock. Then on Saturday, baseball will lead off with another match against UNC, and men's soccer will take on Wyoming.
Well, Todd, it looks like there's a great sports lineup for this weekend.
You know, definitely there's a heck of a lot of rivalry games going on this weekend for everyone to come out and watch, with football versus Wyoming and baseball versus UNC. You know, it should really be great.
All right, well, I'll definitely be out there supporting my Rams. Thanks for the updates, Todd.
You're welcome.
Well, don't turn us off just yet. Coming up in entertainment, Emily's going to give us a sneak peek at the new movie, The Legend of Zorro. Stay with us.
For all the highs, and the lows, for every victory from around the Mountain West and the rest of the NCAA. Your only source for CSU Ram sports. CTV Sports Fest.
For all the things in your life that define your world, isn't it time you had a channel? Your student-run Channel 11, weeknights from 8 to midnight.
The Laurie Student Center is the place to be. It's the place for taking care of business and the place to buy and sell textbooks. It's the place for staying connected, student organizations, leadership programs, and more, all right here. It's the place to eat. It's the place for entertainment. There's always something happening at the LSC. Movies, art exhibits, and special performances. Check it out online. The Laurie Student Center is definitely the place to be.
The swashbuckling hero and legendary masked man has returned to the big screen with a son.
The story begins just 10 years after Zorro's last victory over powerful Santa Anna and the vengeance of a man who murdered his brother. Now Zorro is fighting again with his wife Elena by his side and his son in his arms.
If action-adventure isn't your cup of tea, then cuddle up with The Dreamer. This true story is about a girl played by Dakota Fanning who convinces her father, Kurt Russell, to retrain an injured horse and compete for the Breeders' Cup. And if you have some spare time and money this weekend, you should go shopping for your Halloween costume. Halloween is less than 2 weeks away and costumes are going fast. And if you don't know where to get your jaw-dropping, heart-pounding costume, we can help. Great places to get ideas and buy costumes include Costume Castle, located at 5416 South County Road 7, Life of the Party Costumes and Wigs, located at 137 South College Avenue, and Repeat Boutique, located on Linden Street. And if you don't have much money, try going to a secondhand store or using the clothing you already own. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get out those old cowboy boots and spurs, pull on your Wranglers, and prepare to be dazzled, because Fort Collins is welcoming cowboys from all over the country to compete at CSU's own Equine Center.
They may seem calm now, but these bulls are gearing up for a battle between man and beast, and they're not going to back down. Here's an example of the competition. His name is Smokeless War Dance.
The way it spins, the way it bucks, and it's just tough. There's a lot of cowboys don't even get out of the chute on that bull.
Riding him will earn you $10,000 and possibly a sore neck. You don't just have to be interested in bull riding, though.
If they're interested in livestock, or they're interested in rodeo, or interested in the Old West, or have a hankering for country music, this is a good place to be this weekend.
It's awful exciting to have it here in Fort Collins. The CSU rodeo team has been really good to us. They've done lots of work, and it'll just be a really good rodeo.
The rodeo will be on Friday and Saturday at 7:30 and on Sunday at 2. And I'll be there tomorrow to watch the bull riding, so if you can't make it, I'll have the latest on those bucking Broncos on Tuesday. Well, Josh, do you have any ideas on what you're going to be for Halloween?
You know, Emily, I don't have any money, so I'll probably just use the costume I wore last year, you know, get some old clothes that I don't wear anymore.
That works.
But I'm really excited. I want to go trick-or-treating again, so.
Well, you should. I'm going to go to the rodeo, and I think I might be inspired to be a rodeo queen for Halloween.
Sounds great. Thanks, Emily.
Okay.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Campus service officers are the eyes and ears of the CSU Police Department. They provide safe walks to all students and are available 7 days a week. To request a safe walk, pick up an emergency phone on campus, call the Safe Walk line, or simply ask a CSO on duty. CSOs patrol and provide walks from Constitution to Matthews Street and Prospect to Mulberry Street. To be safely escorted to your destination, call 491-1155.
Living well to me is balance. Stress-free.
Being active, you know, you get fit, energized, you're happy about life.
Family is stability.
To manage my time, my personal life, my school life, my work life.
Living well is all about moderation.
Happiness.
Friends. They can help you when you're not having a good time, and they're there for you in the good times too.
Not worried about your perception, more worried about what your actions do and who you are.
Just think about it. Just think about it.
Tune in tomorrow night for Full Court Press as we analyze what happened and why with your sports at the top of the hour. Then at the half hour, catch backyard videos for all of your music. Tomorrow night on your student-run Channel 11, weeknights 8 to midnight.
Thanks for watching tonight.
Be sure to join us every Tuesday and Thursday for all your local news, sports, and entertainment. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.